Hello everyone. Today we'll be looking at a continuation of the Moving Up the Caged Chords series. Today we'll be looking at C. So, when we looked at all of the possible, maybe not all, but the basic C open chords, we really have C major 7, and C dominant 7. We don't have C minor and C minor 7 because those are kind of really unfriendly shapes and you really don't see them ever. In the open position, you don't really move them up. If they're not in the open position, you don't move them up, basically. So, if we start from just the basic C major, this one arguably is the hardest to move up, because if you think you move it up one fret, you have to, again, bring the bar up, and then you basically make a C chord in front of it. So this would be kind of like a C sharp major, or a D flat major, you could also think of it as. Again, just think this is sort of like a capo, and then in front of that, this is basically just a C shape. We just have to do it with those three fingers, the pinky ring and middle, which can be a little awkward for some people, right? So I recommend when you're trying this out, start up nice and high, maybe even up here on fret 12, because the frets get skinnier and it's easier to practice it around here. Again, just like with the A string bar chords, I like to have the tip of my pointer finger just touching right underneath of the top E string, muting it. That way you don't really have to care about accidentally hitting that when you're strumming. All you have to do to change it into a C major 7 shape, just take off that middle finger. Now some people like to then do it with those two fingers. Personally, I'm not one of those people. I like to still use my pinky and ring there. But it's an option for you, right? And then again, you want to think the root note is actually on your pinky. It's not on your pointer finger. This is the root note. So the shape almost kind of looks like it's going backwards. Okay. The C dominant 7 shape, this one's kind of nice. Notice we're actually naturally using all 4 fingers for this. So there's kind of no way to add the bar. So in the original shape, we have 5 strings in use. We don't use the top string. When we move it up, since we're already using all 4 fingers, it's kind of, there's not really a way to kind of do that. So what people do in general is just they don't play the bottom and they don't play the top. And you just kind of want to sort of close that tunnel a little bit, and then the bottom string should be muted, and then obviously the thumb trick up top. So you're really just using the 4 middle strings. Top and bottom are muted. Again, the ring finger here is going to be the root note.